She smirked when I walked into the courtroom. That same polished smirk she wore on magazine covers, board meetings, and red carpets. My wife, the CEO, the empire in heels, looked proud, like she'd already won. "Let's make this quick," she said, sliding her sunglasses onto the table, her voice dipped in authority. Her lawyer nodded. Her lover sat beside her, grinning like a hyena in a suit. One I probably paid for. And her mother, God, her mother sat in the front row, her perfume thick with judgment. The judge entered. We stood. My hands were steady. Hers weren't. She thought it was power shaking inside her. It wasn't. The hearing began. Her lawyer spoke first, rehearsed arrogance dripping from every word. "Your Honor, we request full control of the assets." Mr. Dalton signed the prenup, and as my client's company was built solely through her own efforts, she glanced at me, chin lifted. "You'll never touch my money again," she whispered. Her lover chuckled beside her. "That's right, sweetheart." Her mother smiled. "He doesn't deserve a cent." The judge adjusted his glasses, glanced at me, then at the sealed envelope I had placed before him earlier that morning. "Mr. Dalton," he said, his tone mild, "would you like to explain this document you submitted?" I shook my head. "I think it explains itself." He slid it open with a letter opener, scanned the first page, then stopped. His brows lifted, his lips twitched, and then he laughed. Loudly, fully, a sound that didn't belong in that cold courtroom. Her lawyer frowned. "Your Honor." The judge exhaled, still smiling. "Oh, this is good." That's when their smiles died. 6 years earlier, when I met Julia, she was nothing but ambition wrapped in charm. I was a quiet analyst working late nights at her father's firm. She walked in one evening wearing a raincoat over an evening dress, water glistening on her skin like she'd walked straight out of another world. She laughed at my spreadsheets and said they looked like poetry to her. I was stupid enough to think she meant it. I watched her build her company from scratch, from a tiny office in the city's old district to a tower that carried her name. She always said we'd make it together. She'd build the empire. I'd protect it. And I did. I handled her accounts, investments, every delicate wire and transfer. I was her invisible safety net. Until I found out I was the only one who didn't know the truth. The discovery came quietly. Her perfume changed first, something colder, sharper. Her phone stayed face down. Meetings stretched late. She stopped saying, "we." Then one night she came home drunk, the smell of whiskey and another man's cologne clinging to her. She stumbled into bed whispering someone else's name. That's when I knew. But I didn't confront her. I didn't shout or break things. Rage is easy. Revenge is earned. So I smiled. I made her breakfast the next morning. Kissed her forehead. And while she showered, I logged into her email. 100 messages. Her and her business consultant, plans, secrets, future trips, bank accounts. She wasn't just cheating on me. She was moving everything out from under me, transferring assets, rewriting ownership papers, dissolving joint accounts, quietly erasing me from her empire. I sat there reading until dawn. Then I poured myself a drink and began to plan. It took me 11 months. I started with silence. Silence gives you power. First, I pulled every financial record I'd ever touched for her, years of transactions, tax filings, unreported offshore accounts she thought no one knew about. I packaged it neatly and sent anonymous copies to 3 people, her board's ethics committee, the federal tax authority, and most importantly, her mother. Then I created a trust, a hidden one, under her name, using the money she'd been laundering to her lover's shell company. Every transaction was traceable to her digital signature. I made sure of it. And while she was planning her freedom, I was giving her exactly what she wanted. Ownership. Complete, isolated, incriminating ownership. When the divorce papers came, I signed them immediately, calmly, almost gratefully. She mistook it for defeat. She didn't see the smile behind my eyes. Back in the courtroom, her lawyer was sweating now. Your Honor, I'm not sure what that document. The judge interrupted. It's a confession of sorts, though not from Mr. Dalton. He tapped the page. This appears to be a record of falsified tax statements, fraudulent transfers, and insider trading. Julia froze. Her face went pale. That's absurd. Her lover leaned forward. She doesn't know anything about. The judge raised a hand. It's all digitally signed by your client. Her mother's jaw tightened. Julia turned to me then, for the first time since all of this began. What did you do? She whispered. I looked at her calmly. You wanted it all. I made sure you got it. The judge cleared his throat. Given this evidence, the court will have to suspend financial proceedings until the investigation concludes. Mrs. Dalton, I suggest you speak with your counsel. Her lawyer sank in his seat. Her lover slowly leaned back, his eyes darting toward the door. Julia's empire, her pride, her face, her future, it all cracked right there in front of me. And I just sat silent, watching her kingdom burn. After the hearing, I walked outside into the gray afternoon. Reporters were waiting, their cameras flashing, feeding on her downfall. I didn't say a word. I didn't need to. By the following week, her company's stock had crashed. Her lover had disappeared. Her mother stopped answering her calls. And Julia, once the untouchable CEO, was on every headline for fraud, deception, and embezzlement. All of it true. All of it earned. I didn't take a cent from her. I didn't have to. I took something she valued far more, her image, her control, her silence. When you've lived in someone's shadow long enough, you learn exactly how to position the light when it's time for them to burn. And the best part? I never lied. I only helped her show the world who she really was. Justice doesn't always wear a robe. Sometimes it wears a smile.